Dion. He gave me a call. I can't remember what year, 2010, 2009, asking if we had a coaching opening. And I didn't know him at all. So, but anybody that, has passion, and it sounded like he has passion, I'll make room for. So, we hired him. I know he coached both my sons, Daniel, obviously, and then Isaac. He was with him a little bit, but he's what you want in a coach. He's a good person first. He cares about kids, and that's a big thing. And he's very personable. He got along with everybody great, and he was very knowledgeable. So the world just lost not only a great coach but a great person.
Shocked to hear the news last night. I got it late last night, and been thinking about it all day. And, he was younger than I was. And, I just talked to him the day before, and you're talking about, summer camps, and, just a little bit of football and things like that. Dion is always very positive at things. He was excited about his team coming back, and he was telling me about the kids that, we're lifting, and we're getting them dedicated. And, I thought he was a perfect fit for the Gwinn community and that Gwinn football program, and I feel for them, and I feel for the staff and the kids. And I coached with Dion. Our common bond was Jeff Olson. I talked to Jeff briefly this morning. I know he's hurting too, and all the coaches and kids that Dion coached at Ishpeming, well, we both coached together there. And he came down and helped our defensive backs out. When he got the Gwinn job, I was happy for him. And when I got the Westwood job, he was happy for me. And, we stayed in touch, and he was part of our, I guess you'd call it like a coaching community. A lot of text messages from players and other coaches around the area. I'm pretty shocked by it. And I'm just saddened. I really am. He was encouraging with the kids. He believed in them. Sometimes more than they believed in themselves. And, he would just have a great smile. You walk up and say, hey, Serge, and, he'd have a great smile. He'd shake hands, start talking football like where we left off, whether it was a week or a month ago that I talked to him. And, that's what made, in my opinion, the guy great. He lit up a room, in my opinion. He just did. And he's a natural leader. People were attracted to him. He's going to be sorely missed.
Me and Dion, to go way back, we met each other at Northern Michigan University. We kind of got off to a rocky start, but then he took the job out here in Gwinn, and he slowly became my best friend, somebody I'd go to. He immediately asked me to join the football staff, and without hesitation, I joined him because he kind of sat down and he drew out what he wanted to do with this community and with these kids, and turn us into, a winning program. And he did a phenomenal, fantastic job. And he's one of those guys that he'd be the first person if I ever needed something that I would go to without any sort of hesitation, whether it related to sports, football, life, parenting. It didn't matter. Dion was that guy that would give the shirt off his back for you, and I'm fortunate to have known him for the short time that I did.
Brought joy to practice, games. He always had a smile on his face, and that's contagious. And like I said, he cared about kids, so he was always talking to kids, joking around, same thing in staff meetings, talking to the staff. His personality is, what I always felt what stood out. And he was a great football coach. So, he brought a lot to this world, and it's very sad for what happened.
Man, his infectious smile, his laugh. He always had that smile on your face. He always brightened a room. It didn't matter if we got beat, which oftentimes we did. He always came over and he approached the guys with a positive attitude, and then that smile on his face, that was just infectious. And that's probably what I'm going to remember most from him. And the more I got to know him, the more that we coached together, the more we started hanging out outside of football. And, he'd be over at my house, I'd be over at his house. a funny story is that, he's got a 2.5-year-old, I got a 2.5-year-old, and we ended up in the hospital at the same time together. Him and his girlfriend were two doors down from me and my wife, and we almost had kids at the identical same time. So we even got to share that kind of a moment together with each other. And it's just those moments, those smiles, his down-to-earth personality. He was infectious. He loved life. He loved being around kids, and he loved making a difference.